Hello, my dear students. Welcome to EVS class. So today we will be starting a new chapter, that is chapter number 2, Human Dependence on Environment. So let's see what we are going to learn today. So our natural environment, it is a storehouse of everything whatever one needs. It may be truly called a nursery of life. Why? Because our food, fuel, etc. all come from our natural environment. Thus, our life is fully dependent on it. Right? So, in this chapter, basically what we will study about how a man is dependent on different components of a natural environment. Different components of a natural environment means it can include plants, can include animals, it can include the decomposers, plus it can also include the abiotic components, right? So we will also know his dependence on the natural environment. We will also know his activities are causing crisis in the natural environment and how to overcome it. Now, human dependence on biotic environment. Now we know that all the living things of environment together constitute the biotic environment. Now man, it is the largest consumer on the earth. He takes away most of the things of natural environment and uses them for his living and development. Now let us see how he is dependent on the biotic environment, that is on plants, animals and other microorganisms. Basically our today's topic is human dependence on plants, right? Now man, they depend on plants for what? For oxygen, for foods and vegetables, for fibers, for wood, for medicine, alkaloids, beverages, vegetable oils, chemicals and ornamentation, etc. Now each of these dependence we will discuss in details. Now first one is what? First one is dependence for oxygen. Now, we know that leaves of plants, they liberate oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process where the plants, they make their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. Now, human beings and other organisms use that oxygen for breathing. Now, it is through breathing that some part of our food is burned to produce energy. That process is called respiration. Now, our body cannot work without energy. That is why energy liberation is very, very essential for our body, right? Now, oxygen, it is also essential for burning fuels like wood, charcoal, diesel, petrol, etc. So, in all these processes, usually carbon dioxide gas is produced, which in turn is used by the plant during photosynthesis. Here in this picture, you can see plant is giving out oxygen, right? Now this oxygen, it is utilized by human beings for their breathing. Now they are exhaling out carbon dioxide gas. That carbon dioxide gas is again going to the plant and the plant is intaking for the process of photosynthesis, right? Now next is the dependence for food. Now you all know that all the food in nature, it comes from plants either directly or indirectly. Now the herbivores, they are consuming the plant or plant products directly. Okay. And those are carnivores or omnivores, they are feeding on the herbivores. So the herbivores are surviving by eating the plants, and since herbivores are surviving, so therefore carnivores and omnivores are surviving, isn't it? So directly or indirectly, all the animals in our environment, they are dependent on plant for food. Now, vegetarians depend on plants for cereals. Cereals, it includes what? It includes rice, wheat, maize, okay? Then vegetables, fruits, sugar, beverages, spices, and roughage. Now, these food items of plants' origin, they provide them nutrients and other substances essential for life, right? Now, meat eaters or the carnivores, they also receive their food from plants in the form of meat of different animals. They also dependent on plants for their food, but very indirectly, right? Now, wheat, rice, and maize are important cereals. Okay, what is their functions? They provide carbohydrate and other substances. Now these carbohydrate, it is an energy giving substances. Okay, beans, then peas, they provide protein, which are body building substances. That is, in science you have already read about these components. Now different types of vegetables like tomatoes and potatoes, carrots, cabbages, cauliflowers, etc., they are rich in many nutrients like vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins, and minerals. Now, sugarcane and sugar beet, it provides what? It provides sugar, right? Now, spices that we use in cooking, it adds or it enhances the flavor to our food item. They are also rich in many minerals and other essential substances. Now, there are certain vegetables, okay, like drumstick, lady's finger, and cabbage, they provide roughage. You all know what is roughage? That is dietary fiber, okay, which is useful for the digestion of food. It provides a bulk to the food, which is essential for the process of excretion, okay. Then, fruits like apples, mangoes, bananas, pineapples, too, they provide roughage beside providing different types of nutrients. Other than that, about beverages, tea and coffee are the most important beverages that are obtained from tea and coffee plants, right? Now, these beverages are used by most of the human beings around the world. Next, dependence for fibers. Now, regarding fibers, also you have read in science. Okay, natural fibers are what? Natural fibers, it includes, here you can see cotton, jute, flax, coir. Coir, it comes from the coconut, and hemp, isn't it? So, man, they needs fibers for making various types of things like clothes, especially. Okay, then bags, then ropes, mats, carpets, wall hangings, curtains, threads, etc. Okay, and this cotton, then jute, then flax, coir, hemp, these are the important fibers which the plant provides. Cotton, basically, as because India is a tropical country, so cotton is required for making what? For making the fabric or the clothes. Jute, basically, it is used to make the gunny bags and ropes. Flax, it is used to make the clothes, linen clothes. Okay, hemp, it is also used for making the bags, and coir, it is used for making the baskets, ropes, etc. Okay. Next is the dependence for wood. Now, the harder part of a plant. Okay, in class, in science also you have read from which part of the plant the wood is obtained. The wood is basically obtained from the trunk of a plant or trunk of a tree. Now, the harder part of a plant or tree is called the wood. Now, what for the human beings they need wood? Human beings, they need wood for burning as fuel for cooking food, for making wooden house, for making furniture, bed, windows, doors, for making agricultural implements, and for making paper. Okay, so wood, they obtain basically they are obtained from shisham. Okay, it's a kind of a plant, teak, mahua, which are very very important, and they are costly as well. Okay, now next is what? Next is human dependence for medicine and alkaloids. Now, many important medicines and alkaloids, they are obtained from different plants like neem and tulsi growing in our surroundings are used in curing many health problems. Now, there are valuable alkaloids also obtained from plants. Alkaloids like quinidine, then caffeine, cocaine, okay, then reserpine, they are used in making medicines. Now, quinidine, it is obtained from cinchona tree and it is most important medicine for the treatment of malaria. Okay. Now, there are certain plants that yield very poisonous alkaloids as well. Okay. Now, like some plants like poppy, they yield habit-forming substances that damages our inner environment if it is taken internally. Understood? Next is the dependence for vegetable oil. Now, seeds of some plant like oil seed plant like mustard, then groundnut, rapeseed, okay, sunflower, they yield valuable vegetable oil which are used for domestic life, for cooking. Okay, seeds of jatropha, then jojoba plants, they yield valuable oil which is currently it is used in making what? Making biodiesel. Other than that, olive oil, okay, the olive seeds, then rape seeds, then sunflower seeds, okay, then you can say mustard seeds, those are used in making what? Cooking oils. Next is the dependence for ornamentation. Now, human beings, they use plant and trees for the purpose of ornamentation also. Like if you go to Andaman and Nicobar Island, or if you go to Sundarban, you will find many tribal ladies are there. Okay, if you go to Jharkhand, over there also. Now, these tribal ladies of these places, they use flowers and small twigs of the plant, that is small leaves of the plant, okay, in their hair during some religious ceremonies. Okay, even we also put like different ornamental flowers we also put in our hair for any occasion, isn't it? Now, flowering and non-flowering plants are grown for decoration of campuses. Okay, in this picture you can see these are the ornamental plants which are uh, grown for the purpose of a decoration of some campuses, right? Now, some trees like mango, sal, teak, ashoka, they are grown along the roadsides as avenue trees as well. Okay, so from this all discussion, you all can see how the human beings are dependent on plant in each and every step of their life. Okay, so in our next class, we will be studying about how the human beings are dependable on animals in their lifestyle. Till then, thank you everyone.